What's up, guys? It's INSANEDRUMMER. I just want to give you guys some of my thoughts on musicianship. And I understand there's two different categories of musicians, okay? There is one category that is for fun, right? Obviously, that means, and what that means really is that they're not focused on making it their career. It's not about making money. It's about having fun. That's this over here. Now, this over here is a lot more complicated because this is about a career and this is about making money. And when you get into this part, when you transfer from having fun to making it a career, there's things that have to go through that process. There's ideas that have to mature for that process to happen. Okay? Now, when you're making money at it, in my opinion, and hopefully every musician still has to have this as the basic, as the structure, the foundation, the fun. The fun still has to be there. Why try to make money at music if it's not fun anymore, right? And I know I don't make a lot of money in music, but I make a decent amount. Actually, about half of my money is from music. It's from teaching. So you can take what I'm saying and leave it or listen to it. But the steps that you have to take to get from here to here, if you want to, there's a couple of them. And the thing that I think is funny is that the people who are here that want to do it as a career, they get, they say you've sold out or something by these people over here who only do it for fun. And there's almost a big argument between these two parties. And I think it's funny. And it's interesting because these people over here do have their, well, I understand them, okay? I'm not part of them. I'm part of the career side, obviously. I'm going to college for music. I'm part of the career side. But these people over here, there's nothing wrong with them. They just do music for fun. I have some questions about that, though. Some of them, not all of them, do music for fun, right? Well, when you get in front of a stage and you play for fun, there's only so many parties of people who are going to watch people play for fun. That's just how the world is. And if you're satisfied with being the person who works hard, now maybe you don't work hard, but hopefully you work hard at your instrument and you respect the music field enough to play your instrument decently enough to where you can go out and show it for people. Okay? And the thing that I think is funny is these people get mad when people don't come to their shows. Even though they're playing for fun, they're not playing for money. And people, they wonder why people don't want to come see it. Well, that's art for you, right? So that's the main message here is art is a business, whether you like it or not. And if you're not going to be part of the business side of the art, good luck. The fun almost goes away, honestly. I didn't start out doing this as a career, but I ended up saying to myself, well, if I'm going to think I'm going to play for fun, it's my cat, the career side has to come eventually because I was playing with the band over here for fun, and it eventually turned out to be a lot more work than it was fun because when you're in a band, you practice hard and you play your songs good, right? You hope you do. You go to your shows, nobody wants to come to it. Why? Because there's no demand for that fun play. There is for some bands, but a lot of bands there isn't. So a lot of these people just sit at home and play. There's nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with that. But my message is, if you do want to come into the career side of things, you have to think like a business. Okay? You have to say to yourself, I am a business. My band is a business. We have to create some kind of demand for an audience to come see us. That involves marketing, and that involves knowing what you're worth and being able to back up what you're worth. Okay? So playing for fun and going to the career side of things is a completely different thing. Okay? When you're playing for a career, you're looking for a band who actually can get an audience and knows their musicianship. Okay? They know who they are. They know their experience. They have that clout about them as musicians. They know what they're worth. They've had years of lessons. They might teach. They go out and they play, okay? And they know there's a demand for that kind of thing, especially for cover band, because the music people want to hear, okay? And my main message to people that get mad because they can't come from playing for fun to having a career is because they have this mentality that when you sell out or when you want to play for money, it's a bad thing. That is ridiculous. That's how the whole world works, or that's how America's economy works, is capitalism. Okay? You put out a product, you market it, you hope people like it. If they do, they come. If there's a high enough demand, you sell. As a band, you have to know what you're worth. Okay? You have to know what you're worth, and you have to set that. So you have to say to yourself, I'm worth this. Okay? And that's how you're going to be worth that. You see what I mean? If you're always just playing for fun, then you're not telling yourself you're worth as much as you could be. It's all about being what you could be, making the money you could make. And there's nothing wrong with making money in music. Nothing wrong with it. That's not what it's about, but that is the thing about it is, you have to understand that the people who are in the career side of things, they've worked a lot to get to where they are. Okay? So, if all that, why would you do all that work and then just play for fun? No, you want to have some kind of benefit after you've done all that work. Okay? It's kind of hard for me to really explain what I'm trying to say here, but I've seen both sides of things, and it just interests me. It interests me about how those people that play for fun make fun of those people who played for money, and they say it's a bad thing. And the people who play for money make money, and they might not have as fun doing it. Well, that's the part of the work about it. And so it's just interesting to me. But you have to think about music like a business. Music is not your artsy, fun garage band unless you want it to be. If you want it to be, then you won't make as much money as you would have. The point is, if you want to make money, you have to think of your band like a business. Your singer has to have a good melodic line. The bassist and the drummer and the rhythmic guitarist have to have the rhythmic foundation set for the music. Okay? The guitarist has to have nice lead, right? But the main thing, I'm telling you right now, the main thing is that your singer has to have a good tone and good pitch. That is what people listen to. They listen to the singer. Okay? It doesn't matter what kind of music you're talking about. If we're talking about vocal music, they listen to the singer. Everybody else is backing up the singer. Now, in instrumental music, obviously, it's not the singer. But if you're talking about vocal music, you have to have a good singer. Okay? The drummer is a very, very important part too. If he's not driving that band, keeping that tempo perfect, okay, then there's no feel to the music. Okay, he has to drive the band. All right, and all these things come into play. Your merchandise, you have to sell merchandise, and you have to value that merchandise at a price that's actually going to make you money. Don't do a whole bunch of volunteer work as a band. You worked hard. Okay, you can do volunteer work to get the word out of there. That's fine. But in the end, you want to make that money that you deserve as a band. You have to value yourself, value your time, value the expense that comes into having a band. You have to load all that stuff, man. You know, you have time involved with learning all your songs and getting them just right, and gas to get to the gig, to come back, wherever it is. Then more time to unload. You know, all these things come into play. You know, food. All these expenses musicians have. And if you're going to be that band that wants to just play for fun, you're not going to last. Okay? It's not about playing for fun. It is about making money, because it is a business. You have fun while you do it. You have even more fun if you're actually making money. So I have a problem with the people who think that people who play for money sold out, and it just makes me laugh. It really does. And that's not why I made this video, but I did make this video for you to understand that as a musician, making money is part of what you're about. Making good music is part of what you're about. Being a good marketer is part of what you're about. You know, you have to put yourself out there. You have to have a good product that people are going to want to look at. It's like any other market. It's like any other business. It works the same exact way. Don't think that it doesn't. Thanks guys for watching. Hope I taught you something today. I'll see you later.